Alright, guys, so I know you don't really like, or at least a lot of you don't really like when I cover these ecos polls, but they're so corrupt and so blatantly wrong. This is basically fake polling at its finest, so I have to show it just to expose it. So let's have a look here. So good old Frankie Graves has the conservatives with a 3-point lead, 36 to 33. NDP all the way down to 13%, Bloc 7, PPC 5, Green Party 5. Okay. So again, at this point, in the last couple weeks, we've seen probably about, 3 or 4 polls come out from Ecos right now. This is just blatant. It's blatantly trying to manipulate the public opinion. This is just falsely giving liberals hope. And that's all this is, in my opinion. He's basically taking some conservative points and giving it to the liberals, and taking a bunch of NDP supporters and giving it to the liberals for no reason. Like, government is prorogued. There's nothing in the news cycle that would suggest like there's some giant scandal with the conservatives, so people are abandoning them. There's no reason for this. Not one logical reason. It's just blatant trying to manipulate the public. And the thing is, in my opinion, this is actually going to backfire and have a reverse effect. This isn't going to make people want to vote liberal more. It's going to make people want to vote conservative more. Right? Because, again, people in the middle, or libertarians, or populists, etc., 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 they're going to be nervous. They don't really have anyone to vote for. I mean, the populists kind of do, but the PPC is a waste of time. So generally, they're not going to vote for the People's Party. They're going to probably go conservative. Now, 2 weeks ago, every poll, basically except Ecos, had the Liberals at like a 25 to 27 point deficit. So a lot of people could get complacent and not vote. But when you see these numbers, this is going to make people who hate Justin Trudeau, which again is most libertarians hate Justin Trudeau probably more than everybody. Right? I mean, libertarians are like, let's be honest, they like small government. They like less control. And with what happened during COVID, any libertarian, they're done with liberals forever after that. Right? So they're going to, instead of getting complacent saying, well, at least Trudeau's gone, they're going to go, oh my God, this is close. I better get out and vote. So this is just going to make conservatives, or people who are at least temporarily supporting the conservatives, rush out to the ballots. This is going to help the conservatives, in my opinion, releasing this nonsense. Look at this. 50% Atlantic Canada, tied in Quebec for second place, tied in Ontario. Like, what? 13-point lead in the prairies, less than 60% in Alberta, almost tied in British. This is nonsense. At this point, I'm not even sure if he's actually sending out these polls. He's just blatantly making this up. He has to be. 41% for female voters. There's no way they're getting that big of a swing. And again, it's mostly coming from the NDP, but the NDP is going to have they almost always get between 15 and 20% of the vote. That's kind of like, their number, kind of like the Greens almost always hover around 5. The Bloc covers just below 10. That's their base. That's not going anywhere. But in these polls, you have the NDP only at 13%. That's probably not going to happen. Conservatives at 36? No way. There's no way. Okay, so let's have a look here. Oops. Sorry. Let's go back to the federal polling here. So you see here, like this little chart here. This is like all the polling, all the average polling, and look, you can see where Ecos is. You can literally see it. All of these ones at the bottom here for the blue, those are Ecos. And the red one here, all these red ones at the very top, they're Ecos. They're the outlier. And it's not because they're smart and they know what they're doing and they see things that are happening ahead of everyone else. They're not. They're just blatantly lying. Look at Leger, 43%. Nanos, 42%. Abacus, 43%. Nanos, 45%. The only people that have this kind of ridiculous polling is Ecos. They're the only one. Even Nanos has the conservatives in the 40 percentile. But look. Ecos back in December had the conservatives at 44%. So you're saying that basically in 5 to 6 weeks, there's been that big of a swing? They've gone from 44 to 33 or to 36 in just 6 weeks with nothing happening. Government's pro-road, nothing's happening in the news. Like, what is this guy talking about? I mean, dream on, liberals. But all this is going to do is motivate conservatives, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Please help me expose this company, or so-called polling company. Like this video, subscribe to the channel to help it grow, and share this video, and let's help expose these bastards, because they're just not being honest. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Thanks for so much for watching, and I'll be back shortly with a new one.